thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
I might mute my microphone every now and then because my dog keeps barking non-stop. Okay, so I wouldn't like to have a giant purple toad statue, so I won't have one. Oh, seasonal decorations. So it's not Christmas, and it's not Halloween. Such a shame. Dick. Let's go with Dick. Sorry for taking so... Wait.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambiance.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy. Yours.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambiance.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambiance.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the forbidden forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
This one's just too dark. I can't see a thing. The room with the perfect lighting for me has such a terrible, how do I say it? Music. I couldn't stand that. But it's also so dark. I don't like it so dark. Just bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I'll be done customizing this. Oh, parkour.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
So this one's not the perfect lighting for me. But the music is not that terrible, actually. This one's very, very light. My vampire nature hisses at this. I guess we could stand the music just for the aesthetics, could we?
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Oh, there's no music this time. That is just perfect. Yep, that's the perfect lighting. Just look at this. The object is currently in use. Why the hell not? I don't like that thing. Doesn't allow me to change it. Interesting. Oh. I like this one. I like this. I prefer this. Okay, so much for decorating the room of requirement. It's been just 30 minutes just decorating that. No. Okay, so we have 2 assignments, Professor Garlick's and Professor Sharp's. And the side quest, I guess. Field test of an Tentacle and Drake. Talk with Undead Gap. Tentacle and a Mandrake. Okay, so that means I will need to go to Hogsmeade. Wrong button. I guess I don't have any Harry Potter trivia for today. Where's Stock within that gap? Ah, okay, there it is. So let's go first for Pippin's potions.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Okay, that was super lucky.
For delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Of course. Then, what did I need again? Invisibility and Thunderbrew. Okay, so I guess we will need to keep those. Okay. This, we will need to put that on, as well as this. And we need an invisibility and a thunderbrew.
A wise decision. Thank you.
That is so expensive. It was invisibility, right?
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, invisibility and potions. And thunderbrew, sorry. So let's change into this one. Oh, I love the look of those. I'll be keeping them. Daedalus scarf. Wait, it did say something more. Imperio target does extra damage. Like I'd be using the Imperio is one of the 3 unforgivable curses that are called unforgivable curses, well, because they are unforgivable. Imperio allows you to control the other person, at least their actions. The other 2 are Crucio and Avada Kedavra. Crucio is the torturing charm. According to the books, it feels as if you were being stabbed with hot knives. And then Avada Kedavra is, well, the killing curse, and also the curse why Harry Potter was famous for, because he was the only person able to survive the Avada Kedavra from Lord Voldemort. So that's it for our Harry Potter trivia today. Now we need to acquire a Venomous Tentacula and use a Mandrake. Need to go here, so I'll just
What are you up to now? Good thing the Ministry banned underage.
there's I don't know how. to call them in English. Never mind. What is that? Oh, I think she's painting. How convenient being a magician.
Hope you're not here for a knotgrass sprig, because I'm not entirely sure I have them in stock.
Shit, just what I needed. I guess we could buy some of those if we had enough money. But I need one of these.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Damn it.
Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
You know what? Oh, wrong button. Let's add this one here. And let's hope that has enough money. Haha.
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away.
But wait, what is that we have? We have a venomous... Okay, so we need to buy the mandrake.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Such doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Okay, so now, when will we use both? I don't think we will do so in here. Show you missing pages. Okay, sure. So we need to learn the Findo and Wingardium Leviosa. Visibility, Thunderproof, Venomous Tentacula, Mandrake on multiple enemies. Let's see if we will be able to... I wanted to do something. Oh. Hey, I can use my broom in here. I can't. Why can I? Is it because I'm tracking a mission? Why can't I? Let's not track anything. I still can't. Can I not use my broom in Hogsmeade? I don't think I am able to. How about here? That is just terrible. Let's see if our theory is on point. Let's jump here. So I was right, you cannot use a broom in Hogsmeade. That is just not good. Okay, but we can actually go and explore what I wanted to explore since a long time ago. But wait, didn't I need to do something else too before? Right. So I need some enemies to try this on. Which better place to find enemies than the Forbidden Forest, right? Am I right? Okay, this is Jack's tomb. Oh, let's go in here. Can you fill powder while on a broom? Oh, you can. You can.
Revelio.
What is this? Oh, nice. Monster. Let's see the map. And I want to go here.
Revelio.
Aha, there's a butcher's camping here. Shit. There's a chest in there. Big chest. Shoot. Let's also... So what are the spells that we have in here? It might be useful to have also them in here, right? I don't think the pulsar is really that useful to us. Or is it? Oh. Better to have the views in here. And then the pulsar in here, okay. Pringo and... Okay, so there's a chest in here.
I was a proud man that day, and there's more of those days ahead.
Let's revisit our quest objectives. Invisibility potion. Thunderbrew against enemies. Venomous Tentacula. A mandrake. Okay, so mandrake and a thunderbrew. What is a thunderbrew? Visibility, thunderbrew.
You hear that? Incendio!
Let's see what you make of my infinity.
Fairy? Okay, so Inferi are like zombies. So I can only kill them with fire. Oh no. Those are that is an Inferi. Okay, so I might
I'll rip your brain out. You're unpredictable. No!
Oh, what's so nice about your eyes?
Don't see you're going to get out of this alive.
I know you want. And also, what other thing that I need to use? All right. Oh. Oh.
No patience for this.
That moment.
Is that meant to be an attack of some sort? You release the trigger. Serve your mistress. So.
Okay, so like what's it?
You will not survive this explosion! Stupefy!
Oh. Alright, I need the fire spell. Oh my. Oh no, 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 you won't. Ah, that's the one. Wow, I'm getting better at this. That was hard. I'm not gonna lie, that was hard. How did ChatGPT put it? I run from my enemies because I avoid confrontation both in video games and in real life. But we wanted this, and here we have it. I guess that's the chest. That was it. Destruction. So we did all that for that chest. And also to complete the assignments, of course. What is that?
Rebellion.
Interesting. Well, let's go super quick to get that blue flame location. West Forbidden Forest. There are many things in here, but we got what we wanted. Let's go first with Professor Garlick, because I just love her. Okay, I was pressing all the wrong buttons, but I have it now. Also, I will be streaming for hours today, because I can. Hey, hey.
Wonderful to see you again.
Isn't she amazingly beautiful?
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
It's Leviosa, no Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Okay, neat.
Well done! Feel free to practice with...
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared. Really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
Fair bit of bad luck there, I'd say.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Revelio.
So a bowtruckle is sort of like a stick. You see that new movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Newton's commander has a bowtruckle. Where is Wingardium Leviosa? That is Levioso. That's it. Oh, right.
You're a natural.
I need to have it pressed to maintain it at least. Alright, it's the only plants that I have. Still. Okay, next assignment.
Revelio.
Nothing else for us to do here? There is a chest up there that I hadn't seen before. Oh, I don't think we've ever been to this part of the castle before. I think it was locked.
Revelio.
Interesting that he might be there and not, well, in the potions classroom like I expect him to be. See, I also feel bad for the house elves. I totally agree with Hermione Granger. They should be free. She even started a whole... Oh. A whole what? Like a whole movement against domestic elves. Labor.
Have you finished your assignments?
Of course.
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
Okay, but again, let me say it. Professor Sharp is a hear me out.
Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would
Professor Sharp, do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
So our character really is a teacher's pet.
I saw an aura badge on your desk and was wondering if you could tell me more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in artifacts of dark magic origin.
That sounds positively exhilarating.
Exhilarating? It was at that. While it lasted, at any rate. I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
I suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is at that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. Hear me out. I don't have any. Okay, this shouldn't take long. Oh, right, we were about to practice the finger.
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
So let's now report to Professor Fig.
I'd rather go alone. To a dance?
Why not? In fact, I think they should insist that we go alone. Imagine how much simpler that would be.
Why? Because you don't have to ask someone.
No, because you don't have to worry about Dragon Pop. Yes, of course, that you don't have to ask someone.
What are these guys doing? Perhaps not. I always am so far from where the professor actually is.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. And that's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Oh, okay. So this is actually a lengthy
The room
mission.
is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Whoa, this is just beautiful. I might have to enter photo mode in here. So this is Hogwarts. There might be Hogsmeade, or in here. Whoa.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
Don't think I have. perhaps your young friend is not as well-traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Revelio.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx Flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Okay, some more tasks, more quests. I wonder if once we finish all the main quests, we will be able to do the side quests.